My M40 wife's F35 career choice has turned into a social event. We've been married 10 years and don't know what to do. What is the next step for me? My wife and I have been married for 10 years, and we really do have an amazing relationship. We have two beautiful kids, a nice home, I own my own business, and things are great. We have a great sex life and social life outside of our family life with kids. My wife, after years in various parts of the industry, got her real estate license about 4 years ago. It was something to fill time, keep busy, and make a little extra income. The company that she's been with for the last 2 or 3 years has a real emphasis on social networking events, and it has caused a rift between us. I have attended 1 or 2 of these events, and I've left them all with a troubling feeling. I would say 9 out of the 10 people I met rubbed me the wrong way. Many of them are very self-absorbed, could only talk about themselves and their success, and are very flirtatious with my wife. To be fair, she is incredibly attractive, but approachable and friendly. The last few events that my wife has attended resulted in her coming home late and involved excessive drinking. There are 2 things that really bother me about it. I feel that her professional relationships with men at her company have become more social than professional, and these networking events seem more like an excuse to go and hang out with other guys and drink. While many of them are married, I don't trust their intentions. Last week, my wife attended an event, and we agreed she would be back by 12. I even went out of my way to make a point of asking her to be responsible and to limit the amount that she drinks. Well, 2 a.m. rolled around, and there was no sign of her. She wouldn't respond to text messages. I could see she was still in the general area of the event, which was over an hour from our house finally, after calling a few times. She answered. I could tell she was extremely drunk. She told me she was staying at a hotel with one of her girlfriends, and I had to quickly remind her that I had to be up at 4:30 a.m. to get ready for work. Long story short, she took an Uber to the train and ended up driving her car home drunk. As if this wasn't bad enough, I noticed on her phone she had very flirtatious text messages with multiple married and single men. I've really had enough of this career choice. She doesn't seem responsible enough to attend these events, and it is causing a big divide between the two of us. I'm really at a loss for what my next step should be. There was a similar situation to this a few months ago, and at that point, she had promised me she was going to control herself and be more responsible, but it's pretty obvious she is not able to do that. TLDR, my wife's job has turned into social events, drinking too much, flirting with other men, and it's putting a strain on our relationship. I've addressed my concerns. She apologizes and knows it's wrong, but keeps doing it anyways. Where do I go from here? I want her to quit.
My boyfriend, 24M, will break up with me, 25F, if I buy a house. Alright, this is my first time posting ever on Reddit, so be kind you weirdos, haha, but I truly don't know what to do. I've been very blessed and fortunate that my parents created a savings account to buy my first home. I finished my MA and moved back home to save some cash to buy a house. I moved home about 1.5 years ago. I met my now boyfriend. He's doing an apprenticeship in town and wants to move back to his hometown. He's finished 7 hours away. We've been dating for 7 months. I've managed to save up money, not a crazy amount till 15K, to start at least looking around. My parents then told me about the savings account they have from till 30K. I've been now invested in fine place. I found a place last, an intensive fixer-upper, like I'm talking gutting it from ground up, but it's my dream location in my hometown by the water, and I love the idea of making it my own, obviously with a lot of time, money, and help. I brought this up to my boyfriend. He's been stonewalling me with everything I bring up with buying this house, saying things like, that's going to take years to fix, that's going to cost so much to fix, etc. Like I already know this, but it's giving me more of if do this were through vibes, and I just don't know what to do or say to him that I haven't already. Is this him finding a way out because he wants to move back to his hometown? Is he jealous? I want to be with him. He's truly the man of my dreams, but are we just in different places in life? More info. He is not expected to help with anything to do with this house. He's an electrician apprentice. His apprenticeship ends in till 2 years. The house is being sold by a family friend for $120,000, price of the lot. Don't know how house by the water means seaside villa. I live in Ontario, so when someone mentions water, it's more like a house by a body of water, a lake. I haven't sent in a letter of offer to buy this place. I'm just seeing how the rest of the world feels about this situation. Side note, if I do put a letter of offer in, yes, I would be able to live at home for the time being, and yes, BF would be able to live with me at my family home if you would even want that. I fully understand that it will take years and lots of money to do this. Unless I die tomorrow at my ripe age of 25, I will be able to do this project over time money that I make. I also didn't know about him wanting to go back home until about a month and a half ago. Clarification, I would be doing this while working FT from home, and would be doing this project over the course of 5+ years to either rent, live, or sell it, an investment property for the future. Update. I've already told him that I would be also willing to move to his hometown after he's done his apprenticeship, whenever that is, maybe 2 years, but the program is apparently backed up, so could be longer, but I just feel like it's a sacrifice he wouldn't do for me, so yeah. And we'll keep everyone posted of our conversation after him and I talk. He's gone to play golf. My boyfriend 35M forgot his wallet and was proud to make 29F. Hey, was he right for doing that and getting made when I got mad? My BF 35M of 2.5 years took 29F to breakfast on Mother's Day. After we ate fish eating, he realized he forgot his wallet. I wasn't upset and told him it's ok, I got it. He later suggested we go watch a movie, but he passed out in the car, so we went home and I told him to sleep. He worked 13 hours the night before, so I wasn't upset. He was tired. I understand why he's so sleepy. During that time, I cleaned the house and watched some videos on my phone. Later at 7 p.m. I asked if we could go eat at my favorite spot and he said sure. He looked for his wallet, which were in his shorts, and got ready. We ordered the usual, and when it was time to pay, he said he forgot his wallet. I was silent but surprised because I saw him grab his wallet while getting ready, but I paid and we walked back to the car. During our ride home, he was gloating about how it's been a great Mother's Day for him. A free breakfast and a good long nap and a free meal. How his cousins are gonna laugh about it. Tells them he made pay for everything today. I got upset. I felt like a joke to him. The next morning, he asked me what's wrong that I put the money I spent yesterday in my purse. I took the money out and said to him it's not the money that I'm made about. It's how he made fun of me and how instead of him apologizing, he made a joke out of it. He got mad for being mad at him. Which one of us two is actually wrong here and why? Edit. This was on Mother's Day, and we both have 2 children from previous marriages. Update. I broke up with him, so this isn't the first time he does something like this. This past Christmas, he told me what he wanted as a gift, which was around $500, and some other small items, which in total around $600, and I also mentioned to him what I wanted, which was around the same price range. When Christmas came, I received nothing. Literally not a damn thing. I forgave him and we passed it. Then my birthday came and my mom threw a birthday party and he never showed up. I also didn't receive a birthday present. When his birthday came, I got him a cake balance and a small gift. He's never been a thoughtful person or considered my feelings. We go out to eat and always take turns paying for meals. This Mother's Day weekend, paid for all the meals and feed him. When I told him that I was done with him, the first thing he said was, "Is because you had to pay." I mentioned to him again that it's not because of that. It's because he made fun of me paying. He said that he's paid before too, and I should stop acting stupid. I told him I don't have a problem paying. I've always helped him out and never asked for the money back. When he got his car, I lent him $3K because he didn't have enough. So far, he's only paid me back $1K. Since we've been together, he's wrecked 2 motorcycles and 2 cars and 2 trucks. When he moved into a new app, I lent him a little over $2K, and I haven't once asked him to pay me back. So it's not about the money. I told him that I'm just tired of him always taking advantage of and then joke about it. I blocked him, and I know I'll be fine without him. My BF 26M wants to meet 26F to move to his small town with him, and the sacrifice is too much for me. What do I do? Just some background information. 26F and my BF 26M just celebrated our 5-year anniversary. He is from a remote northern Canadian town, and we currently live in a city 6-ish hours away and just bought a house a year ago. I am from another province, but I have family in the city and drive home 8-ish hours, usually around the holidays and long weekends. He is extremely close with his family and often goes to visit at least once a month. Some more context. He works a fly in and out job, so I only see half year. He has asked me to back for years, and I always told him I didn't want to because I would be giving up everything. I finally feel happy the life I have built in the city. I have new lasting friendships, a good relationship with my family, adventure and hobbies. I train aerial arts. I already struggle with loneliness and depression. He's at work as I tend to isolate myself pretty easily and have to force myself to go out. Otherwise, I won't have human interaction for days at a time. We just found out last week that his dad has cancer. His dad is his biggest role model, so of course this has destroyed him. He feels guilty for not spending more time, not being there the last 5 years, etc. I'm doing my best to be a rock for him when it's it, but he is left to go spend a few months with his family, which is fine because it's what he needs the most right now, and I told him I would look after the house while he's away. Of course, now the idea of us moving there is stronger than ever, as he said it's a damn good reason to back. His dad is taking about leaving him the house, and his mom is talking about how someone will move in with her if something were to happen, since she can't look after everything herself. They live on a few acres of land. He has 3 other siblings. 2 of them have their own families, but they all live in the town. His closest brother has mentioned that he and his fiancée are willing to live in with his mom since they are the only ones without a mortgage. Of course, I love my BF so much, and I never want to lose him, and I always said he was the one we were going to get married. I know it's selfish, and maybe I'm an asshole, but I would be giving up everything to there. My family, my friends, my aerial arts, my job, everything. My family back home has repeatedly told not to there as it's too remote, and will never be able to visit. It's over 10 hours of driving. I've always been a city girl. I like going out to bars, restaurants, festivals, downtown life, having my out-of-town friends visit, etc. My BF has always been a country boy, grew up quadding, fishing, shooting, etc. I enjoy the country, but this is not the life I would have made for myself. I'm not sure that I can be happy there, and I'm afraid of being left alone there with no support while he's gone to work. My family would never visit, and neither would my friends. I want to support him, but I'm not sure about making the sacrifice, but I don't want to lose him there. TLDR. BF is from small remote town and wants to move back. I don't want to because the sacrifice is too much for me. His dad has cancer, and now the pressure to back is on. I gave my husband an ultimatum: quit his job or I'm leaving. Let's preface by saying that I love him, I don't want to leave him, but I can't keep seeing the man I love killing himself for a company that doesn't value him. My husband got promoted to sales director last year, and we were very happy about it at first, but then his life and my own became hell. The company is struggling and is dealing with numerous lawsuits from clients. My husband knew nothing of this when he was brought on as director. He works every single fucking day from 8 a.m. and comes home late, even past midnight. Often he works full Saturdays as well. He has lost weight and his hair is already graying. One night he didn't come back home and I panicked. I called his company and they wouldn't tell me where he was. He reached out to me around midday and I learned he had been hospitalized for heart palpitations. Doctors advise him to take more exams because he risks an heart attack. He is just 36 but looks 10 years older. His company uses and abuses him. I heard him talking to his bosses on phone calls the way those people talk to him, and he is too beaten down to leave. I'm friend with his deputy director. Funny thing, I suspected they were having an affair at first, but she became a great friend for me and she's actively looking. We tried to drill this into my husband, to no avail. I have been polite, I have been rude, now I'm just done. I don't want to watch him die. I gave him the ultimatum: quit this fucking job or I am gone. He is worried about the money, but I work and I can be the breadwinner while he recuperates and looks for a new job. He seemingly took me seriously but for now has not quit. He has taken sick days and he has really fallen sick now. I can't take this anymore. I love this man and I am watching him kill himself for people that piss on him. He was on fire. Update: I thought on it and I am convinced that if I leave, he might literally die, so I decided to take the situation in my hands. Tonight his deputy director came over and we drafted my husband's and her resignations. We decided to not submit them right away, but to use their emails and accounts to find proof of the company's mistreatments and abuses. They had him work 16 hours a day and pressured him to the point of giving him heart problems. Now he has taken sick leave and barely get out of bed. He just sleeps and I have to check he's breathing because at this point I am scared he might die in his sleep. The doctor said it's just a fever, but there's also physical and mental exhaustion and he needs to rest. I wake him up to get a drink, some water and something. I have to help him get up and walk to the bathroom. Tonight I made it clear he is not going back to the job and he agreed. His deputy director spoke to him too and told him hearsay is that the company is going to collapse and close down by next fall, so they need to get out now. There's not much to add. I spent the evening with her and we wrote the resignations and went through his emails, but we didn't find much. I broke down a bit, cried on her shoulder. I am so bottled up I needed to let some out. That's all for now. I wish to thank everyone who gave me advice and compassion for our situation. I will be taking care of my husband, but I am so angry and sad. Those people destroyed the man of my life. I want to be hopeful, but I'm not sure he will go back to how he was before. Wish us luck.